Hey folks, Robin here again from Traffic Rockets. Wanted to talk to you today about something that comes up every now and again. It's probably more for those of you who are getting started, as opposed to those of you who are working in the coaching business some time. You know who it is that you're serving and you know everything, or at least a lot of what your clients need. This is in particular those of you getting started. It's something I encourage you to avoid is moving into a situation where you're doing what we call niche or niche, depending on where you are in the world, hopping. So very often what will happen is you'll get started in your coaching or consultancy business. If you're not in the Merlin method, if you're in the Merlin method and you do what we tell you, this won't happen as long as you do the work. But if you are getting started in your coaching business and you start doing your content, or you might be doing your reach outs, you may be running some ads, and you might find that results are not coming as quick as you had hoped for, and maybe a month goes by, maybe 2 months goes by. For some reason this seems to happen more often than not around the 90 day mark. You then start to think, well, maybe it's the niche, maybe it's the niche that's the problem, maybe that's what's the whole situation here, that if I was in a different niche, I'd be doing better than I'm doing now. So what I'll do is I'll clear the decks and I'll change the niche that I'm serving. And if you're there right now, I encourage you to pause and think about what you're doing before you do it. Because in reality, folks, in almost all cases, in fact, unless you're serving a niche that no one has ever worked in before, the reality is there's no such thing as a bad niche. Believe it or not, that's the case. If there is a marketplace and there's other businesses in there seemingly doing even okay as opposed to doing great, there is no such thing as a bad niche. And very often people will blame the niche. They'll say things like, my customers have no money, or my customers don't understand, or my customers are whatever, my prospects rather, because you haven't had any. In this example, you wouldn't have had customers. It's my prospects, my leads, they're bad. The leads are bad quality. The leads are too expensive. My leads have no money. They don't understand what I'm offering. And if these are some of the things you're telling yourself, the reality is the problem is in your business, not in the marketplace. And what I'd encourage you to do is avoid that niche hop, because if you do that, what will happen, and do nothing else, what will happen is you'll move into a new niche. You'll start to do similar things to what you were doing in the previous niche. And 90 days from now, you'll be going, this niche isn't looking good either. What you've got to realize is it's all simple stuff. And marketing your business fundamentally is simple stuff. It's about understanding the people you're serving, finding out what they want, and giving it to them. And that's really all there is to it. And if you have a niche that you don't understand, or you do understand it, but you're still not offering the right thing, the thing that they need, then you're going to struggle to get people to engage with you and get people to book their sessions with you. And fundamentally, you're going to struggle to get people to actually come and book and become customers. So I encourage you to make sure that if you're in a position where you are saying things like that my leads have no money, my leads don't understand, my leads, they don't get what I'm trying to do. If you're in that position, take a step back, leave the ego behind for a little while and think, why is this happening? Do I really know what my niche, who they are? Do I really know who they are? Do I know what keeps them awake at night? And am I giving that to them? And if you answer those three questions honestly, and you still find there's a problem, well, likely there might be an issue with your niche, but in 99.999% of the time, there isn't a problem with the niche. There's a problem fundamentally with what you're doing and your offer. Now, we have an entire process that we help our clients through to make sure that they get really dialed in on this. We've had people come to us who've been working in a particular niche for months, in some cases years, struggling, not making it happen. And we take them through a very quick process so they can learn how to get that fixed and start to get the niche really, really engaged, try to get their group really, really engaged, and just start getting consistent flow of new clients to their business. If that's something you're interested in, you're welcome to reach out to us. We'll happily take you through that process. It's completely free. And by the end of it, you're going to know exactly what you need to do so that you never utter those words again, my niche is broken, and move somewhere else. I'll see you on the next one.